right. Thank you. DJ Nasco, a producer here. For this is hot in the evening on the Casa of for you share Yamamuakwa baby. We hot in the evening on Afro City Extra over here on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. For YouTube and Facebook especially. That mokwa munya your message, munya bibia TikTok. You see after the live, you don't see the footages, but the shots are there. Thank you very much. Semudi echi na okoswa any edins I was so online. Yeah, exclusively online. Yeah, na mo musa mo radio mo TV no TV be anywhere check phone these days. So long as you hold a smartphone, find Afro City Extra, Afro City AFRO City CITY Extra is XTRA. Over here on Facebook and TikTok and then YouTube. All our videos are there. Somebody did view free UK. Everybody say, oh, here videos. So now I'm saying, go. I think that he missed the spelling. He misspelled. And I make sure no. Okay, yeah. Eti mo amoba any edins our some comments. I think you for so mo boduma. Mo nyere mo ho. Eti atrape to the mokabia ewom. Today, and the quite special because we have an exclusive with the unofficial mayor of Kumasi, Mr. Kwabena Nsafua, is here in the house. He's one astute gentleman about matters relating to Kumasi, Asanteman, and Ashanti region. You can always count on him. You're offering us with him whom been there. Obeka Bibi Achso. Kwabena is in the house, and I have my own Kwabena Ampra Chum. Abraham Ambratechi or Fia or Tafrija Bacope, or also Fias, Mr. CJ Lewis. Gentlemen, Emma Muna Aquaba. CJ Una Ifinipa, Nazesha, and Commons Chapswako. Na Ashanti Regional Minister went to me away best regional minister for the year, Ghana Ministerial Awards because you see my ministers. Linda Oklu, Greater Accra Regional Minister, Lady Lady Aqua Woman, one of the best regional minister. I don't care about the others, but from the look of things, also from the beginning of President Mohammed's second coming, said the Nanado DNA, so Bekaya Henry Kuti picture, no other regional minister was given any praise anywhere except Henry Kuti of Greater Accra. But this time, no, for about 1 year and over. Come here, say, and craft food, the media house will be I or some more company. A book, myself, more company, a GMP phone in a I could DNDC, you for not trading the Chidi Wakran got to the Amako, and how comes the of all these things, Lindo Clue, it's maybe Tiama to an award of this nature. Don't forget, this award was the 6th edition. So, and yet, NDC for now, question award every moment. I think the organizers have been around for some time, and this is the 6th year of more hosting this awards. Our more targeting ministers and appointees of state-owned enterprises. Me, you can say I think that the Amadi Daba Hawaii and the Uklo winning best regional minister because everybody thinks and then can say come out Dr. Frank Amakwini. What do you want to say?
No, I disagree.
Chimway.
Because I think I know best for some time now. So did kind off air kakra but now I'm a sports friend is social issues in the na school and then Chidi were taking over that. Question I would me, but finding 2 votes. First of all, no, the issue of Accra and Kumasi. So what's this thing? Anything I far a competition between Accra base, Kumasi base. They hardly say anybody from here will get it.
Really?
Yes, yeah. That is the way it has been for even for music awards. Any awards, unless a special more running Ashanti region, the Ankasa special waha. What I say? Either than that, has always been the case. Say when we compete against Greater Accra, we always.
Is it a matter of Ashanti and Greater Accra? And I say all other regions against Greater Accra.
Probably, I wouldn't say specifically against Ashanti region, by all other region against Greater Accra. Okay, what? Track Kuku don't cry.
I wouldn't say anything.
What I say, no one cry. I could go obey when it's in a way of a best. That's always been the case. Until now, we have prominent people. When we are no maboom team,
Yeah.
and then they become established, and then they take it from there. And what you know, there can't be anything. Who feels esenka. I'm working in esenka.
The hype on social media.
Which hype?
There's always that hype on the so what especially government communicators. Omotade I'm working in education penning pass. So ABI ye mubi ye Kumasi and I and Netiano. Ye raise some concern about the behavior, especially online behavior. What mean you be catches the moment the mom party pa. Yeah, they are branches here, Brema war Bojumasi, the working minister over working minister. And sometimes they compare him directly to his predecessor and says their predecessor was almost, I don't know. Oh, that's only rank no way. So that hype I think I was hype where the was.
Well, 1.5 years, and you enough say me dem compare Simon or MENSAH
who spent 8 years.
Who spent 8 years again, but in what sense now you be compare Dr. Mwakohin to Honorable Simon?
They are both regional ministers.
What I say? The person say we try 8 years, we try 1.5. And the monumental project be na 1.5 which my Ashanti.
I would tell Mwakohin no 30 now. What one class will be or tagro former regional minister or
politics, but he knows. Hey, I was in so satisfied to it. Oh, the Kumasi, Pacha, Tichangwa. Huh? Because it didn't here, roads were started. So they say, roads on started and when the MPP lost, Oma abandoned Nina. Into roadside, you didn't sack, I did machine fasten. So asphalt Kakra was a tutu. They now asphalt in the Susu Agates, no mule gates. At the end of the day, so toy and ama site to be out to be anywhere. Who can a child be who? So they say, then Dr. Mwakohin, Honorable Oye Hanuma, aside this optics or social media and the presence in social media, which is okay because I don't know, suddenly a communication gap. Both political parties.
Yeah.
So there's President Mahamane. Kofi TV interview. We bizarre say, now we when you know Lucy.
What's a share?
What did I say?
Drew. You might draw.
It's we will say the presence is very important. But I always tell you say free SHS. Anti-man winning, grinding in our mind PPR. Social media cannot win them to NDC.
Open to
that cannot win. And I'm just a free SHS. No, about let's say about 20-25% of Omo enjoy free SHS proper. They couldn't have gone to SHS. So what I say, even some people could have, but at least 25. You can get 25 out of uncompared dropouts along the way. Or they couldn't get friends stuck in NPP because free SHS and don't life moves on when you progress. So what I say. Now we SHS they want to progress to the next stage. President Mahama Kachom say stress free, no stress,
stress free.
So they were forced to say, oh, then if also Mama call university literally free there, then also have to vote for him. And then your arts and then it's going to get them to be with 1 year a woman or bear on the bedman who's your best minister. For me, I don't see now why you how. Because one, where Anya crowd, Ashanti region. They say the next president be over, but either both NDC or MPP. Or person CHIDI for a long time. There are some 2 ministerial BASA for free Ashanti region. 1 roads, 2 health minister.
The health minister must come
from Ashanti region and roads.
Why?
Because Ashanti region was center.
Yeah.
A cater for about 12 regions.
Yeah.
Confederation Kwana.
Yeah.
Greater Accra, just Greater Accra, probably East. About 37. Our Kolebu. Our
UGNC.
What I say, our Bank of Ghana, our Ridge.
La Polyclinic.
La they said it's stressful. So let's know what I say.
Okay.
By account in terms of emergency tackling a year, they have about 5. Ashanti region no one for emergency
with 37 beds.
What I say with 37 beds. And other wards na champion one time. Into Roma and ISO. What I say cross infection. Said na friends may off now come. It is a whole person who be ha Dr. Mwakohin. Now is the time. So what I say. What the share coding keke. Laptop say coding keke yama 1 cent 3 centers. The whole of Ashanti region. Out of a population of almost nearly 5 million.
150 computers.
Yeah, 150 computers. It is such a minister. How can you say one of the best performing minister? How do I accept that?
Greater Accra 17 centers.
Forget Greater Accra. I halfway. Omo yadu do say. Huh? Awazi, me no ye ho na ye nsre.
Yeah.
Okay. Opeso ye adwuma na yes ye ma youth position. So what I say, but me forget it. Rollins. What I say?
Yeah.
Obedi head of state no harm always.
Was it 29?
29 for over 20 years, 25 years. Literally yenkai. He did his best. But me and yet to say yemfa you to medi animuda. Yenya the longest serving president I know a young man.
As of if
I saw the intimate can say we am. Me person just say
yeah.
Transformation papa gidi bia.
One say Ghana nyuma
what I say in terms of that I agree with you.
Yeah.
So they can't Ghana adwuma na wo ho no ma deliberately targeting krufo bi say mu dey begu adwuma. Ebi an can no na billionaires like Dangote no.
Yeah. All
because of where they were coming from unti ye gu mu adwuma ni nyina. So what I said, coming back to your topic na me nyira bebrebe no. Dr. Mwakwehin is doing his best, but his best is woefully inadequate. Because Ubusam said then why in terms of health sector. Anya we cry and catch they won't be. Trade the infant say the anya
say we are no more here.
Fine, fantastic. Trade the entire American trade and say literally be one swami.
Yeah, I won't go home. Now I could see you President Mahama when I know one crying children's hospital. They
say every day me can they won't be chroma. They say a boy be a prenny. So they are such a pre near Kumasi come
on.
Say the whole regional the one confanoti. Ka for in essence ke ba be augment ebe kan ho afere ye. What you say? Now for is work room. And that's what minority are. Minority were there, they've been more handled. For what?
Our media people were behind them. KWESI media was with them. As and when we interview Poyando, Hona na military for number as they interview Munyai. The only one to Paul. Hey, Ombe Kuyani.
I mean, minority then they did that. They went to Afari. At some point, was it Cowboy or the previous one?
Yeah, I remember.
They were saying, say the contractor is playing politics. Literally, so the man is supposed to finish the work and hand it over to the state.
What was he waiting for?
But because of politics, so that's a NDC then Anya and Tunsa say and they contractor neka. What I say? They made a lot of statements. Say, sorry, MPP the neka. Now, why is the hospital not open or not operational?
Why not have
the man is playing politics? That's what I've been hearing. I don't have any.
I don't know. I can NDC and MPP.
No, no. So a chrome how person do now found the idea now obey. We will want to want bata. So they say we will want to want bata. Assembly here or NDC and MPP ni any busa.
Na a foolish case.
Na a foolish case. So they say kwabra do boy. As at now, what you can so MPP. So they say by your finding means we did not combat MPP as now. So I tried the case.
As a very foolish case.
What I say, it is under Corona.
Now let me ask you this. We're quite current. When videos from Asafo Market, I've seen some videos from Adum proper, KJTR proper, and some parts of Ashanti region. Yemina na inshota. What the answer be our mama in feature one go to baby buafa but say you shouldn't be yiri. Na adiache so na usually that's tie her to the point say it me draw be knee, it me draw be waist. Gradually, Kumasi is becoming like Accra. Maybe not in equal proportion, but we are beginning to witness. And you know, I know June 10th, we have about 2-3 more months before the rains will come down, and the bigger rains are still coming. But what do you suggest? Is this purely sanitation problem? Today, this morning, I was saying it's an engineering problem because as a city engineer, me apart from a years, me who baby. You know, that could not tap on engineer for be crowd, they come by either. As well, ye be a buyer, but you know, easy, why?
Nasa the name of the how quite the whole deal, we walk around
progress at the
keke. I go see, a engineering problem they come. There's this guy who fly drone Ashtown and then was it yesterday? Trendy was social media. No, just he was flying drone across Ashtown, landmark. No, how they demarcated it. Because it will marvel you. See, to me, cassettes had time you be Jimmy Brown. As in Yanko Pontry.
Yeah, time in the
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
proper demarcation.
Now, where Ashtown, where Bantam, where Asafo, where sad traditional suburbs, no.
Yes.
So, more layout, so
Yes.
more. Adana, because the people couldn't see that.
Exactly. No, we quite compared to Barcelona, or say it's,
yeah,
it's
the city of Barcelona.
Yeah, the city of
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
City is like one architect. Yeah.
But
I don't know.
But sure, problem when they catch him Rollins system. He could have done this time he decided to hand over the land title to him for the He could have said, okay, the land is for you. But no, now beton. We have to friends they be allocated, say city surveyor, city engineers will go and do the land mass, and then we do everything. Yeah, but we were tough from our friends said the city council, you go and pay baby. Now buy for me and said to your friends or Heneka, but that's a long stretch. Into my memory or question so. One, sanitation and a two, quite fast for you see a dime. A hygiene.
Individual
buildings that is.
We get permit from the assemblies.
Exactly. But once a permit, no one say at least cover just 70% of your land. The rest should be green. So what they say. But another thing I mean when say green to maintain and better.
That's it.
And better. But couple once a maybe.
I'm
telling more was you. Now more no service and said or service car. You bought 300 400 cities. And what you know. So wouldn't the idea also be piano, what be piano, no, you know, 100, 150.
That's everything.
What sounds today? That's all schools, see. So they say, now coming myself, so we make in general. Will be so they say, it's a green to maintain any better.
Yeah.
But some say, Rabbi, no,
any better than what Tyler movies are.
Tyler is cheaper. First, I'm off of his own Tyler fear, who is covered. That is cheaper.
I shouldn't go out to me.
And to me, think I was an also pay more greener, you know, Fence Bermuda's one. One sack is 200 cities.
Grass.
Yes, and then I bought about 15 sacks. I'm telling you.
That's about 3,000.
Yes. And so now I black soil, more planting. And the tiles are even cheaper. We are a channel bow. Every 2 weeks.
So to two.
Ube trasso. What I would do to they say once a baby flip, but ube trasso. And a very expensive to maintain. And I don't know having say my kitchen. Say so kakra bi so ho a man pepa betima kwa about 3 days na wo just imagine because of your tile ho
yeah
it is obi a tile ni fear
yeah
so no to akwa hin
about 1/3 of the show will remain on the surface
what I say e be dure ni akọ ensinke but where a green no matter what to be no na ni nyina asinke room that is another problem. The second problem here waterways are sisi so sisi we first the start bones so that say bones no mo dey and the bones no am there and the ma concrete land ni nyina
at the filling station
at the filling station
at the barbering shop
you so far be quarrel about so far dan ka se da jije ansase bebre da ho
maton ni nyina
and ni nyina yesi dan so in shaye so same thing a free Lancaster or Banensa as bebre da ho enti na ni nyina na yesi dan so enti so na
Lancaster land na
omo feleba yesi ba so what you say Lancaster ya to friends wa chem no hu ya na and you for watch ya chem friends wo be na tank bin say propane tank or so say ya to friends wo chem a project
be developer
I'm telling you and the other road baby merchant bank one yes bom dey see more ona man be your friend say or ton flowers and all those things over there now they are building big more I heard this a more so what I say it is only try him find the beko ba be dan be sane o he kejeti anso a ba kejeti asefo so is it 2024 and as I say now SMBC I think one of the gutters was choked with president the year who propaganda NDC for the day I was like masa munyani am okay NDC need the question body where politics where ya try so what I say so no current no force dey kono let me bu nipa mu bi so what I say it no one dey pian ko share ho it is a gutter no mu choku kakra bi a
and they would roof or no, also mom pipe so could be an
it's in your pine of the no would be because it's so natural. Oko fan or himfa. Oko paise me dua ira na azere. Enti wo bebu oni egusa ko pefo fraba.
It's not question for.
Na kwa question for. It is sanitation no flooding dey. For now no dey abebe here part of us.
Really?
Because they be ma flooding dey jai no. Me no mi e ntimi nye. Aban no so enforce my enye. And then dey o dey bufu ba wa go bu agu. But then at the end of the day no. Obi fu fresh bi wo dachi.
Richard CHIDI, the West African citizen who is all over the place. Richard is a Ghanaian, for a Ghanaian preoccupy. In fact, I can never something in the two but maybe the CHIDI. CHIDI no. Oko Nigeria TCHIDI or no or Ghana nti we T na fro no the CHIDI no. Asho. Chidi is it's not a Gen Z proper, but on the Gen Z is no related because Ohono nya ono no enam eyi kware. Eti kasi I know what the emergency for na Gen Z for say. Chidi, we tackled two issues as an awoba. I asked him about why our own regional minister, Dr. Frank Amakwene, the honorable, could not be adjudged, if you like, the best regional minister in the recent so-called Ghana Ministerial Awards at the end of the year. Don't blame the organizers because they have been doing that for about 6 years now. So it has nothing to do with the NDC as a party. Yeah, they have to say MPP time. But as this particular one, not generate. Were you shocked, CBR Frank, Dr. Frank Amakwene, and the best regional minister? And now, what do you think happened in Tia Ama want to me and Kubi Kwano Akunya Bin?
Well, kwesi edi kan enchia ya hefo na yendo o masisa baby as yetena se a omunya bre spend o data de he. Well, me award me hu o magije no bi no me shall series questions still 2 year best regional minister because ohwe di onya best regional minister na dey compare the anyone sentiment na gap no so do.
Gap say
Eso.
Gap say
Dr. Frank Amakwene.
Me hun ba problem. The gap na pass which
Gap ni keze ohwe like wow the two say na ohwe omu no.
Wa fato ba mu bi
O de o kai say ye ma belendo kru kai say Accra obefele with street light. See you guys as no kai. Akosi say
me kwa Accra check.
Na Kumasi ade no agozi say.
Oh. Me come.
Because this is guy. We score 100 over 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Dr. Frank Amakwene go nyina baby anka nje so obefele street light o Kumasi anu see.
Okay.
Ana wako gyina baby aka bisa akire so nka bisa akire ba do aka kire say street light na wa aka no obey dem obey o ma otwabo month kura to say 3 to 4 months no aye dem we ye ko ye twa 1.5 year and my e brand na o say koji award no Accra e baby a always nsinsu to a eyiri eti flood na won as be part of their life nsinsu to o mu nsinsu ndo e be yiri. Now her time as anyama win is building are collapsing. Now her regional minister now when you best regional minister ne kase mu. Okay, time no more to public man of abano. Or since MB for saying this food to vote, I know me then omunko to be. Recently, same year, or seen the pania transfer no corner off because as a form of the punishment. Even in all transit or kasampo krana they were and kasampo no. People are not happy with it. But compare Dr. Frank Amakwene, there's nobody we are so perfect. When the communication, timing, the communication, time or how you address the public will let the assentiment say anything. Because what you compare Accra regional minister there now. That's why people are raising questions about this. The time I call you award no flood in the sea Accra. At that same time, not building a cell collapse.
Am I in casualties, correct?
Yeah, casualties. It will hurt this situation. Even your all transit people no, she doesn't deserve it.
About transit, I think for Mama Quine here, so or better, so no, the work can
what they no compare. Once you see Dr. Frank Amakwene and you lose talk. But when you compare O'Helen do Claudia, it's me by any time.
I disagree. Dr. Amakwene, why a lot of loose talk? A lot of
loose talk.
Yeah.
And then you order a whole and do group today. Stop by Amakwene and then you lose talk.
He literally told friends and people was answering and said, "You say you can't chance and I want it."
And then when the
no, come on, road minister Agbaja can say or change it from 4th year to 2th year.
Also on country.
Or say yeah, the NTB positive version. What does that mean?
We are audio to you. It's no hard. Some questions we are more for you. Award in the crime is why should a private equal be awarding our ministers?
They have been doing that for about.
But I always have problem with it.
Okay.
From time because as a state, you need say UKBB people see say influence be them. Oh baby.
Yeah.
And like Pesa White. Because I said they came to him, so almost sponsor with a certain amount. And people have also started coming out almost so can say
Lendo Clu hit it back at Pesa White can say Pesa White and Lendo Clu, they have this In fact, they omo shy is Ushudoku omo constituency one. Say MPP primaries no. Linda and Professor Pesa apre home 4 times, and according to Linda Oklu, BT Professor Pesa White 4 times. Anytime they omoko for primaries, be just say MPP 4 times, and at this time they Linda try or no what you mean. You know, according to Linda, Professor is not writing to, if you like, educate or give us any better
But
information.
just to trash.
Or no, now, you know,
You say you
which
might-
I agree 100% because
No matter what, and you may go on my idea politics bedding, everybody, and no dear, normal, a BC. But yeah, that awards in it. When I say, do you agree, say, a private entity should be awarding our state?
I see nothing wrong with that.
You see nothing, but I see something.
And after
at the
Lincoln
end of the
University,
day,
Lincoln University, say you're gonna mind.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
go more my program.
Yeah, I was coming there.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I want some because you see nothing, but I have a problem with it.
Okay.
Say there can be influence.
Yes.
And I'm going to come on, even 2023, they're not organizing and Sami Jenfimu, sorry, Sami 2025, Sami.
No, before this award, and I said there was a
23,
previous award
24.
that Samuel Jeffrey CEO of the year.
And last year.
What was that award?
I'm talking about this.
No, this year, yeah. There's been an award
Yeah,
that
When you be,
Honorable
but I'm
Atofas was
talking
even there
about,
to
I'm
take.
talking about this same award now. We are around 2013,
Ah.
14, and Sami Okunya, best CEO, and Napumu Nyanya award.
Yeah.
There were issues that were being raised. It's you know that all these issues, no more raised here. At the end of the day, about affecting a bino. About affecting a bino. You know, at the end of the day, a bino no meeting on best of and you may a meeting, mess of down to the flooding issue. I say a bear annual ritual, a walk room see.
What's here?
Not if, let me make it
On mine.
on mining. I say a bear annual ritual. Tell me, then you may be saying me. That's my street. I know saying. Now, ubet me at now, and tell our brand, Tonton crying ankle. But and then Antissa, Diana, I'm an abuser.
That is not true.
That is nice. Then I got to see you. So the pair those one. Sanitation be a problem. So you need to rethink as to how you are going to collect waste. The last time I think I have this conversation with CJ say there's a way to control everything. So omo maternal landing there and we know say omo baby are bottles. So top bottle you so no ma sa bottle na e be come.
Yeah.
Your baby on ma do koshishe ma account.
Esa Mauska.
Esa Mauska.
Chidi ntwa I don't know okay ya bi what happen. So we can say you see ni yenyini no. So now no Coca-Cola ne Fanta.
Yeah.
Ukoto ade na ebesi. Wonse saka.
What's account?
What I say? What the bottle no pa.
Near dear man.
Nti we no ya ye bi pion na mi na me catch say wo hwe a friend say landmark of ya crop from ne.
But said okay.
I sound now kase ye ne the fresh atam be me bra.
There be no dear.
Similar.
But oh bebo kafra. Time ya na ye de sika ko.
Yeah.
Ni aje bottle yi.
Yeah.
Those days na plastic bottles are
I understand that. Nti similar just a way of plastic.
Yeah.
So there's we fresh embra about regulate that. Say okay, so to so okay, Vortic about 16 friends pack. I also Vortic Monsaka that 15 pack. They say oh say now we don't look at the top the lid of the friends so are you boss? There's a code on it.
Tax
code. More digital.
Yeah.
It's one the more sub moon say you. But I didn't let the same tax code now be collecting the back. Okay. Yeah, amount 15,000 cartons at that tax code also. That tax code now so no yeah add the collection code also.
Okay.
So we release 15,000 now.
We expect
you take you or awake or friends you must bring back 15,000 bottles.
Empty bottles.
And then get a tax refund. So what I say, and I say get this amount of refund. It also what you pass on to the consumer.
Yeah.
So okay, wakoton soon. But no, you must make this amount of deposit.
Yeah.
So what I say, when they call back, you will give you this amount back.
I think that's
it's not going to work. So okay, say minimum na me fan call to idea and but you hold something at the where baby wakoton. Said any num Coca-Cola and Fanta. Uni almost double the amount I would wakoto. Uni num Fanta. Yes, I will be no.
Yeah.
Oh, your
got
submission, I got you. It's perfect. But what I'm trying to say is the kind of people I know motive. Yeah, when you go on my motivating nipa. Nipa na kojina ona ono waka yen say, and it's a form of equity employment, because now the government can be an intermediary. Say okay, you call vertical, you call belakwa, you call vena, or you call momutuntun so no say okay, you the bottles bedding ebe bre when you see who's a bottle ba kubia no say the brewa ebe cost say okay or say ebe cost 50 pesos or no nim say 50 pesos which am aban na ban so okay wow the bottle no be ban no 20.25 pesos no more be sort out no ono be more say 15 pesos no
Chidi, sorry say me entitled to be emboa when it is cheaper to produce a new bottle then when you punitive say bottle be a way bottle be say 2 cedis to Vortic or Belacqua, each bottle. If you bring it back, we'll give you a refund of the 2 cedis.
Entire 2 cedis.
Entire 2 cedis. Or we make sure so, because to say so, for is cheaper for any of those.
I'm not saying. I'm saying that the person who willing on one the beko. Also, no,
bottle no come 10 boma.
My phone number almost bottles. But so why could you so now I will do bottles now the end of the day could you not decision never mind this and why when you any form of any part-time job in when you it was so why could you so no one so now bottles so pack go who are she at least we discard between so can I could you know kwana decision ma ubenya bibi kaka would be team that one pack beside the other. It's a form of controlling that plastic thing. Wasting, but are we thinking that direction?
Who is thinking that direction?
That's the problem. We pay people to think in that direction.
Not thinking.
I don't know
they
why
don't even have time.
They are thinking. They are thinking. A system ne woman. Obi a hwenifu. Where the custom George as about we credit card something. Oh, position. Okay, say there's no way you allow MTN say one better per transaction.
Oh boy.
Or buy almost once and you allegedly.
Yeah.
So they say what is our can once them?
That.
Eh? Compare MTN Nigeria to MTN Ghana. It's a fixed amount that you pay. It's just they know what this we are talking about. They know, but I mean, the people come.
Okay. Before we invite our guests, let me ask you this finally. I want your take on this. You say you're humans now, citizens with your problem because of your behavior. You're too regu anyhow, and you're one. And then we don't seem to have leaders who have time to think, honestly. But let me ask you this: don't you think, say, so he drains and then Fantini Tower, any Bantima, any all the traditional suburbs of Kumasi, the mayor is here. He can also attend. In fact, Momo trade the money Kumasi boys, but I'm afraid to buy. But me buy some 30, 40 years ago, you know, go to that simple man art anymore. And one of the is a confectionery hospital. A monsoon seed. I said that simple man know a very good pa. But no that kind of open drain go no. And one I no so I narrow to say. Don't we have to realize look, when I was 20 graduates, 15 years ago, the entire population of Ghana was not even up to 20 million. Today we are 33 million. In the next 5 years we'll hit 35 to 40. It's nipa air doors. My dream say your drains na wo cities no, especially Accra and Kumasi. Drains ni enketua. Ohwe your city planning so a. Yen shed the ni underground drains air channel, those heavy waste no, water waste no, akugu baby enye engineering overhaul be here. Say maybe the city authorities will have to redraw some plans, put some more deep on the friend. The below surface drains, the big ones na nipa bitman nanti monubi. Na enfant to vantage point, enfa wastewater no go outskirts of the city. Na I can see the way now because I know who COVID supposed to be. He is challenging everybody that open drains are a thing of the past. Impressive for that's your open drains.
True.
Good. Now they might do unya hono nyina go tana any down. And anything will be tempted to be here in and all in about that pabetum. No buy a cover baby I could tell her. Go yard and enter from temp and cosa. Can we come today say about wastewater flooding human residences and commercial areas now? The solution is not who is the mayor, who is the regional minister, or which party is in power, but which engineer is planning or thinking hard enough to make sure say you better your drain ways need be a fast as nasi. What do you make of this? Because maybe say, I mean, yeah, city engineer at Tapuku. I don't know how long he has been city engineer, but they come here and say all the time I'm at city engineer be at Tapuku in here. That means he has been around for a long time. Mean who baby at yes. A year woman share Nana Budra and I say politician be a nipa prominent person be any program you know any the or hobby say yeah says but say we the city engineer so why plans be what the better managing share the prempa assembly or mean to be that.
Well, kwasi asana fato wi am do be kokocha center ya chiro. We are kind
CJ, what do you say to that?
I was he.
Yeah.
And some no buy can be brew. We krum high one on. So also we yes offense under ground tunnel sewage tunnels now. One, a very expensive.
That's it.
Two, at what point do you end it? No akwaye offense open. And now we entire country and our entire city underground.
The major drainways
because
to be
at the end of the day, no, a be free baby na about.
Sure.
A be bano, obi be free gata no, if you run a gumu a suya a be free suya boa, sa ba be chokunu wa dum how. So what I say. It yes, yeah, I was say one discipline. The internet so could ball like go got.
Doesn't make sense.
That's all I'm going. Can't see, I was Zoom lion on the what? Zoom lion, Uncle said, my for just point my for be frame. If our mommy videos now,
yeah,
why over 1 year?
Yeah,
Nesika 1,000 units, 600, 700, 420.
Was it 1,000? I was 156 no one off man as a
driver with the 1,007.
So,
Emma,
yeah. Because Zoom lion contract, and because I won't say, my can once a man, can once one of the two coin. Nay, I'm say scratch my back as structure by contract. It's a kind of party boys, son and moon. The meaning is a scanning in our corner because it doesn't make sense. So what I say it be all this number of people say, oh, they are employees of friends, employees of Zoom Lion. At the end of the day, no better bantimaha. So what I say, it's one back to your question. Open drainage, you know, dear. I've been working for a long time.
Some will
have to say, but that is another way of tackling that. Another way of solving it. Say, I was looking at a Chinese documentary. Now the satellite tracking in Suwon path. Waterways in the path. And they were doing over thousands of kilometers. They were dredging. One tower cramp in the Sima. It will go down. Okay, they have mapped the entire river. All the tributes.
The tributaries,
the tributaries. That's the word. They are mapping in and almost dredge basa. It doesn't matter. So we take it 20 years. They are seeing it to the end of where the river should end.
Yeah.
So what I say. But Kumasi is who beat you. A bar bedroom ha who be. Sana class society. Lagoon so the Oma feeling in it is the issue. They say one discipline and a two. We should find the means in zone data mantemo na esenka by this time no flow kopopomu. They have to find means of dredging. No matter the back can
especially in Accra.
So that they dredge and make sure say you are leading zone a zone to be seen so quiet. It didn't say we be a flood now. I want to look at the drones that are flying now. There are a lot of places that has never flooded before.
2 years ago now.
But they flooded. Why? Because of zone piano. Two piano no so baby afa.
Chidi.
Kwasi, let me say some no kind. I would say you want. Once over here, it's time. It's we think about how we need to rebuild that because Nipana doors will crew. Or here flooding is here. Baby, one minute can say a tone assassin will be crying at home.
Oh, Ramsar for to be on my travel to social media.
I mean, who back could be crimes? I think was Sakumon on
yeah. Says Ramsar on
yeah.
Best a hard name actually well.
Yeah,
we say
submerged.
Papa be in that a video, Papa because almost no babe fish ever had me see. And I'm on for a toss assassin on my feeling. Unions and change Uncle. Unions and soon change on the ball. Unions and I couldn't just see you for her. It be here. And no mind a boy in Quatina with my country was you. It is a woo be see o case in so quiet who be seen. Now our money baby and founders on my fan. When you say Hano number for kitchen. It's a and cow be seen 1 year doing James said, when him say, oh, what's here? And you know, fast and I'm so fast that it my own news when you can't, you know, or buy and fan hours offer. It's time we see in shares investing in our junior system. So open that and enjoy. Sometimes in so no turn on videos in be about to create time. Na papa penny or the ball in so turn out the baller as in now with you. Now we say a flood there about fee. Ne it's no sa open and almost shares no kata. I was saying say also I'm quite now no more. We had perfect opportunities and kakwana sin kibit my doing the guiding. E dey ahye ho. Cause once you to kroma mo na mo drive. E na eta ekwan nani. E fine. That time you could say ba ka e drainage ni check ekwan ni ma e be rewre mu nkitenkite na eden na eko. These are the things that we say you focus on. Na munja say mo de permit. Mo amunim say high water log area. Na mo de permit say mama for say omo san ko sidan ho. Na yiri na be dwuni pa koda na gu ade na de ma permit na de onko punish no. And one na we say tackle and na CDA can discipline. So discipline ya adwuma kroma na be hu say e was settlement plan by indi so.
No.
Baby e was see asori esi mox ni obekonye sa yi ni so e different yi ni so. It will open so yeah say discipline ya adwuma sa anyuma we nya flooding issue be ken yes abetina na say be sa be ka the same thing.
No,
They know they know the solution but there's some be big man sem ne God up father sem na e omo de okroma